Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. It's been a while. Just a quick, basically a quick update on Raceroom. I've been playing it all week and I'm really enjoying it in VR. But I thought we'd do just a little review on the flat screen and in VR. Share my settings and what I think of the update. So we'll get over to Raceroom, which I think is that one there. There we go. So it all looks the same from here. I do think the UI could do with a bit of an update. It looks dated, but look, we're not here to worry about things like that. We've got a single player and practice, and all I've got loaded up is the new DTM 1995 content and the new Hockenheim Classic track. Really like it. I've got adaptive AI, so let's just jump on track. I've got all of the settings pretty much maxed out on the flat screen. I'm running a 4090 and a 7950X, so I would expect it to run really well with all the settings all maxed out. But the first thing I noticed after coming from like other sims is how good I personally think the force feedback and the physics are. I've always enjoyed Raceroom when they've done the physics update. Not so long, oh, I said not so long ago, it was a few years ago now. But beforehand, there was a lot of canned effects that were pretty unnecessary. But now the force feedback, I think, is really intuitive. So let's jump out on track. The first thing that you notice immediately is that I kind of, it's a bit washed out, like the graphics had a little bit of a greeny yellowy tint, but that's completely gone now. I think the shades or the shaders or whatever they've done, it just makes it look more realistic, like really realistic. The skybox is completely different. A massive upgrade. It's good for immersion, and in VR it's spectacular. I really do like it. But look at this. If I just sort of pull to the side, look at the reflections of the other car, especially the windows. It's not going to let me, but you can kind of see the reflections. They are way better. They look amazing. I mean, it looks really nice. I mean, I don't know so much on other tracks, but look at the reflections. Look, they're just they look so real. Look, amazing. It drives really nice. It always has, though. The driving experience in Raceroom for me has always been really nice. Don't squeeze me, mate. Don't squeeze me. But look at the car reflections in the windows. Looks brilliant. It really does look nice. I'm still sort of in the process of dialing the force feedback. I think the one criticism for me is the tyres. They feel like, you can feel the tyres loading up, but I don't know, just under braking, I just don't get that the feel that I get from other sims. It looks really nice though, guys. Honestly, it really does. I can't fault it. I can't fault the update that they've made. I'm loving the new content. The DTM. We'll jump into VR, and I'll let you know my thoughts on the VR performance. Spoiler alert: it's pretty decent. It's I've got a really high spec PC. I've got a Quest 3 now, which just increases the visual clarity. But yeah, I mean, it looks really nice. It looks really nice, solid frames. Obviously you have to turn down some of the visuals in game, but yeah, you expect that with Racerooms. Always notoriously been quite difficult for me anyway, to get a really nice like balance between performance and visuals. But yeah, we'll dive into VR, and after that we'll kind of wrap up the video, I guess. Right, so just before we go get into VR, guys, I just want to show you my settings that I'm using for VR. Now, right, bear in mind that when I'm using OBS, there's obviously a tax on the system. So if I'm not streaming or recording, I do keep the headset at 1.5x and 90 hertz. But for streaming and recording, I drop it down to 80 hertz and 1.4x, just for some performance headroom. Performance headroom, excuse me. Right, so let me bring up what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. So let's just go to this screen for now. So this is my my Quest 3 settings. Like I say, oh, wrong one, that one. So graphic preferences, when I'm streaming or recording, I drop it down to 80 hertz and 1.4x. If I'm not streaming, I go to 90 hertz and 1.5x. So for streaming and recording, 80 hertz and 1.4x. That's my my settings in Quest 3. In Raceroom, my graphic settings for VR are these. So I drop the anti-aliasing down from 8x to 4x. Car reflection quality from ultra to high. I keep the rear view mirror quality on high because I like to have a decent rear view mirror. Visible cars 26. Motion blur is always off. Particle detail I drop to medium from high. Bloom and depth of field I never have on. Sharpening 40. Auto exposure, I think that I had that on 40 or 80. I can't exactly remember what I do on a flat screen, but in VR, just 0. Track shadows from ultra down to low. Track level of detail and track texture quality is on high. Car reflection quality down to high from ultra. Car texture quality high. Car shadows, as you can see there, visible cars. And cockpit, just basically the rear view mirror quality on high. They are my VR settings. Right, let's get into VR and see how it performs. Hey guys, we are in we're in Raceroom. So last a couple of nights ago, I've done a stream in Raceroom in VR and had a great time. However, the performance was okay, but I did say on the stream that I wanted to have a tinker with settings to see if I can get a better balance of performance and visual fidelity. So on stream I was running 1.5x at 90 hertz, and it was fine. There was a little bit of stuttering now and again. A little bit of ghosting. So what I've done is I've dropped it down to 80 hertz and 1.4x, and just increased a little bit of graphics fidelity. And I've got to say, 80 hertz, it runs absolutely fine. It's there's no massive loss of fidelity. I don't know how it comes across on the capture. On the recording, I'm using Oculus Mirror to capture Raceroom, but the performance is definitely better without a massive loss of visual fidelity. Definitely a smoother experience for me anyway. I'm running a 7950X CPU and a 4090 GPU. I mean, the skybox looks amazing with the clouds. Definitely a big step up visually, like the update. I've got nothing bad really to say about the update. The only negative for me is one of the tracks I'm not a massive fan of, but that's just that's a personal preference. Hockenheim Classic. I'm used to driving this a lot in AMS2. So I really like this track. Well worth the price, which I think is 699 VRP. The car pack, the DTM 95 car pack, absolutely brilliant value. You get 3 cars: the Alfa Romeo, the Opel, and the Mercedes. I think the Alfa and the Opel are the 4-wheel drive cars, and you really notice them coming out of corners, like the traction. A little bit understeery. But yeah, visuals in VR, absolutely brilliant. You can't beat virtual reality for immersion. And I'd say probably 80% of my racing now is going to be in VR. Now I've got the new Quest 3 headset. It's such a step up in quality from the Quest 2. I didn't think it'd be as much as it was. Like, quite a few people in my community have got Quest 3s and they upgraded from Quest 2s and other headsets, and they swore by it, said, Metz, you've got to try the Quest 3. So here I am, and I'm absolutely blown away. I'm sort of kind of kicking myself that I waited so long to get a Quest 3. But then, like, with the streaming, 90% of my streaming was on a flat screen anyway. So, but no, this is fantastic. Really good. It certainly runs a lot better than my old system, Quest 2, and 3070 GPU, and I think an Intel i9 or i7 10600 or something. Quite a few generations ago now. So it kind of struggled to run VR. Raceroom struggled to run VR. But this is so much better. Obviously on the new system, but the Quest 3 graphics update looks amazing. I really do like it. Clearly not as crisp as on a monitor, but still very, very playable. I love it. Try and get alongside, so you see all the reflections in the car windows. Looks amazing. Just adds a little bit to the immersion. But yeah, final thoughts, guys. Flat screen, VR, whatever. The new content, I love it. I love the DTM 95s. I love a couple of the new tracks. Not so keen on one of the others. Avus I like, and obviously Hockenheim Classic I love. Not a massive fan of the other one, Deep Holtz, but I've never been a fan of those kind of circuits that are on airfields and got cones, pointing where you go. But that's like I say, that's just a personal preference. Your mileage may vary. But yeah, is Raceroom better? Yes, it is. Has it got its faults? Yes, it has. Multiplayer mainly for me, but I will definitely be playing more Raceroom. Hopefully, we get a bit of a Raceroom revival going, and get more eyes on the sim, because it absolutely deserves it. So, massive props to the developers, KW Studios, for a great update. I think you've probably taken it as far as you can with the looks and stuff. But yeah, well done. Definitely worth your time, and hopefully I'll see you on track. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next one. You take care of yourselves. Bye bye. Right, come on, let's get that fastest lap.